We are online.
Okay.
So, we are now streaming. Hello, everybody.
Hello. We can
So, today we will give our best speaking English.
Yes.
But as it's not our native language, maybe.
It isn't? Oh, okay.
I know.
Wow.
Mine
Yeah.
is streaming.
Yes.
So, we should.
It's better than Victorian, so it's okay.
So, let's introduce each other.
Yes.
First, we will start off with our big new guest tonight who joined us all the way from Canada to be together with us at DoKomiTV tonight. One of our cosplay guests this year, MIZUNO. Yay!
MIZUNO from Canada.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you here. Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes.
No
And
problem.
we'll first introduce ourselves again for everybody who doesn't know us. So first we start with A like,
Andy, nice to meet you.
yes, DoKomi organizer, and B,
Benny.
also DoKomi organizer. And we have also a mascot. It's C like Queenie. Yes.
Yeah, welcome, Primi.
Yes. And
Yes. D like.
Doki-chan.
yes, sir. Hello. Hello. And what's the name of your mascot?
Yeah, his name is Mizu.
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 So cute.
Oh, it's like
So
water.
we have to go further until we reach M.
Okay, this might take some time.
Mizu. It's like a water drop.
So my favorite animal is a cat.
Ah, I see.
And Mizuno in Japanese means like lake or river. So he's a water cat.
I
So
like that.
creative.
Yes.
So cute.
So okay. So
Yes. Yes. Start.
yeah, let's actually start.
So we also have some questions, and later the fans can give you some questions.
If you like, you might just do a short self-introduction.
So please.
Me? Self-introduction?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a short one or a long one.
Or-
Okay.
So my name is
Everybody's
My name is
looking at
Mizuno.
you.
Cosplay Canada, and they look more Canadian than I do, so I'm ashamed. So I'm gonna bring lots of Canada stuff next time. But I've been cosplaying for about 3.5 years, and I only started cosplay to try it one time, and just to say that I did it, and I love it so much that I continue doing it, and now I'm staying on stream with you guys, so it's really cool to help our cosplay community was great, and I'm really happy to be streaming with you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
So
Very
what are
good.
you cosplaying today?
So I'm a tired version of Beast. All of my costumes are like still in my suitcases because I haven't unpacked yet. So all I could find was my wig and horns, but yeah, Beast today. Real life Beast.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
And at the weekend you were at Katsukon, right?
Yeah, I was at Katsucon.
How was it? How was it? Please tell something.
It was really fun. Katsucon is it's really busy. It's been the busiest scene I think so far. It's hard to walk around sometimes. A little bit of my costume got damaged, but
Oh.
I think it was it's okay. It was the most fun Katsucon that I've been to because it's the first really fun of here, North America, and everybody from United States, Canada, even a lot of people from overseas came. So you meet a lot of really good people, and it's really fun.
Nice. Nice. Sounds great. I want to go there once.
So what did you cosplay? What did you cosplay at Katsukon?
I cosplayed 3 versions of Bakugo from My Hero Academia.
Oh, nice.
The hero version with like the grenade hands, the fantasy version, and Waterworld version. So I look like Andreas one.
Nice. I love Boku no Hero Academia. It's such a great anime and manga. We like it. I love Deku. He's really cute.
So, tell us more. What do you
Check the sound maybe.
Sound?
Just what the people are saying in the chat.
sound is okay?
Just to double check if the sound and everything is alright.
I think so. Yes.
I think so too.
So nobody complained. So
Yeah.
I hope everything is good.
Please to our viewers and everyone in the chat, if you have any trouble with the video or the sound quality, just tell us. We can adjust it if it needs to be done. Was schreiben Sie? So, let's see. Feel echoes a bit, but
It's okay.
a little bit
Yeah.
weird. Okay. No, it's not okay, but it's not bad. Then, yeah. Let's see. Do you have? Are you close to your microphone? Oh, now it's
I think so. Can you hear me?
okay. Now it's lagging a bit, even. Not? Let's see.
Maybe we should stop streaming to Canada at the same moment.
Okay. So, that's wenn die Viewer can check it.
But then Phil won't be able to see us anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phil, if maybe
It's
it's
okay.
okay.
If it's easy, then it's better that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's easier that way, and we have enough bandwidth for everything.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to use Skype because I never use it actually. Frei, that sounds good. I hope, okay, so now maybe we have a little bit more bandwidth. Is that the correct word? So,
Okay.
so actually the
But-
video,
Das ist sein Video nicht mehr an, glaube ich. Du hast ein Video ausgestellt.
no.
Oh, some problems. We're sorry.
I think it's just a bad,
Can you still hear me though?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Just
Can't
DJ
see
just-
you moving.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, like every time. Something is always bound to be happening.
But actually I think it's just Skype being Skype.
Skype being Skype doesn't sound good.
And I am never using Skype, so.
Mach einfach das Video wieder an. Einfach Video wieder an.
Mach bitte.
Okay, but until we solve the video problems, we can still continue talking.
Yes, let's talk a lot.
Yes.
So, you're from Canada. Are you born in Canada?
I'm from Canada. I've been here my whole life. I've lived in the same city since I was really young.
So, can you tell us more about Canada for all the people who never have been there? What you recommend and
Oh my
yes.
Canada. It's hard. Not super fun because it's here so long, but we have a lot of really good cities that we describe it. So there's a lot of really good Japanese food and Korean food and like things like that. Have like a really big downtown too. So if you go out late at night, even if it's like really early, it's still really good people walking around. So it's really nice. It's really
Yes. Oh, we still have some technical problems. Also, to hear you is so difficult.
Yeah, I think it's the.
It's my phone. That's easier.
Maybe.
No, you just send the video of Phil to Phil.
Okay.
It's not.
This doesn't help, okay.
Yeah, so
Maybe we'll reconnect.
yes, that could solve the problem.
Sorry about that. We'll be back in a minute. Okay.
You want to try?
Okay. Call again.
So
Sorry about that.
so,
Yes. Okay. Let's talk. Okay, can you hear us again?
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm getting to try it on my phone. Maybe it's better.
Oh,
Ah, yeah,
thank
this
you
is so
very
much better.
much. Okay.
It was really
Hi.
Skype in Skype.
Yes.
Let's
Okay.
see.
I hope your hands won't hurt.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. Are you
I'm gonna
hurt?
try and set it up somewhere.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Can
please
you
don't.
hear me?
Yes. We can see you and hear you very good.
Oh, this is so much
Okay.
better.
Yes.
This is so
Okay.
much better.
My laptop is bad, that's why.
Okay.
Ah, that was right.
No, no.
Okay. So much better.
Okay, welcome back. So, yes,
Yes.
you just talked a little bit about Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
Okay. Good. More about Canada.
More about it.
Mm.
Now
We have a. Oh my god. It's a little noise, so I can't hear too much.
Yes.
okay.
1 second.
It's like doing the typical Skype problems, but with
Yeah.
shared with everyone.
We did test it before, but well, okay.
This was just testing across the country.
I'll try and deal with it, it's okay.
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 So it was really cold lately. We had a really big snowstorm, and then it got really hot. So maybe in like 2 or 3 days, it was like summer and winter at the same time.
Okay. Yes.
So the weather's really gross here right now. What?
Sorry. Still
Okay. Yeah.
doesn't sound right.
Okay.
Because I also heard that Canada is really, really cold. Really, really cold.
We had
You have a lot
like for
of.
the last few years it hasn't snowed too much, but
Okay.
it still gets super cold.
Yes.
Yeah, but I like it.
And how about summer? It's hot too, or not so hot?
Really hot.
It's really hot.
Yeah, so like it's either really cold or
You have a
really
lot
hot.
of. Sorry, you have a lot of side noises actually.
Yeah,
I think
people
we are
like to
hearing
get
ourselves.
here because of that.
I think we are hearing ourselves a lot in the echoing. Maybe you can use headphones for.
Oh, movie.
Yeah. And, hello, Dejan.
I have headphones for my phone.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You have a lot of side noises, so.
Yeah, it's a lot of little noises.
Yes, you're hearing ourselves, right?
I think so.
Okay.
It's like someone's playing the flute in the background.
Oh, okay. Ah, that's what we're hearing.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, but we still can manage that.
Yeah, I think so. The sound quality is much better than before, so we can do it.
Okay.
Hat man das denn nicht? Da
Ein
drüben?
bisschen, ja, aber sei jetzt nicht schlimm.
Drück den Chat bitte mal.
Die sagen nichts.
Äh,
Okay. So, it will be your first time in Germany, right?
It will be my first time, yeah. I've always wanted to go,
Yeah.
but I get the chance to go and cosplayers too, so that's pretty nice.
So, what are you looking forward to?
So my friend Louis been there before, my friend from Philippines.
Yes.
So I asked him a lot about what he liked there, and he said the food is really good, but he said that if you get to walk around and kind of learn about the history and see like the architecture, it's really, really pretty. I think for me, I'm really excited about meeting the German cosplay community because I've never been able to go. I don't know what it's like, but I heard it's friendly and they're really polite. So I'm really excited to meet everyone.
Did you look up some pictures or photos of Germany already, or will it be a surprise?
Not of Germany. So what I did for the last maybe few weeks, I've literally watched every single YouTube video of everyone who's posted something of DoKomi.
Yes, or...
So I watched all your interviews too with like
Oh my
Yui and
God,
Yui.
yes.
That's what
Oh, yes. Yeah, I also did interview with Louis, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched all the videos of that.
Yes, you will be in my interview too, so be prepared.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Good.
Wow, my
Very
gosh.
good.
Yes.
You get some questions about the blue plushies in the background. Those are his mascot. What was the name again?
Yeah, so
Mizu.
Mizu.
his name is Mizu.
Yeah.
He's
So
so
It's so adorable.
my baby. I'm gonna bring some to DoKomi too.
Oh, that would be great.
So you can
But
purchase
we have to be sure that not everything is sold out after you meet the stuff.
Yep.
Bring a lot,
Yeah.
please.
I'll try. They're so fat, so it's hard to put in a suitcase.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Just
But
do it like
just
Santa
put them-
Claus and put it in a huge bag and just drag it along the flight.
I'm gonna bring this big bag with me somehow.
So many.
Don't you think something really blue would fit in here?
Yes, we need something blue here on our couch.
I think the
I'll
color
try
is really
some in my
matching to
jacket.
this one. So maybe it fits together.
It'll be fine.
We can exchange a creamy and a mizu.
Okay, deal.
Nice.
Ja, du hattest auch Fragen. Frag mal
Yeah.
doch.
Can you tell us a bit about the Canadian cosplay community? I mean, this year we want to bring together Canadian and German cosplayers, so they can exchange a bit and give some a bit of cultural exchange as well. So can you
Yeah.
tell us about how cosplay is received in Canada and how what the conventions are there like?
So in Canada, there's maybe in where I live. So I live in Toronto, which is in Ontario. There's maybe 2 or 3 really big conventions. Maybe not really big. So the biggest one is maybe an expo, which is like 100,000 people, and it's like a comic sci-fi convention. But our anime conventions are usually a lot smaller. So there's a lot of small conventions throughout the year. So maybe around 500 to 1,000 people. But the good thing about that is that when you go to a convention, everybody from the community where I live, we all know each other. So it's very small, but it's like a very intimate community. So the friends that you make become friends that you hang out with outside of cosplay. So it's like you make a lot of real life friends here because there's not a lot of us, to be honest, in this part of Canada. So when you go to the United States, the conventions are like huge and there's so many, but here it's a lot less and a lot smaller. But I kind of like it like that too.
Probably very close to the European conventions.
Convention, I wish I could go to more. I've only been to one in Spain. And then one in Germany. That's it.
Yeah.
So it'll be your first time in Germany, so this is
Yes.
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm so excited.
So there's already one question from one of your fans. So do you already know what you want to cosplay at DoKomi? Or is it still a secret or not planned yet?
Oh, what I'll bring?
Yeah.
Your plan,
Like for
your cosplay plan for DoKomi.
Oh my god. So I'm really bad at planning. So usually like a day or two before, I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll just bring this. But I really like my Bakugo hero cosplay. So I want to bring that, but the only problem is that the grenades are really big, so I have to bring like 2 or 3 luggage. So I don't know yet. I'm gonna do more new cosplays too.
Nice.
So I'll probably end up bringing something new there that I haven't worn anywhere yet. We'll see.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So it's about like how you feel what you want to cosplay in the next days. So it's more like spontaneous.
Oh wait, so say that again?
It's more like you decide by your feeling. So what do you want to
Yeah.
cosplay in the next days?
Yeah, usually my feeling is how lazy I feel like I'm gonna be.
I know that.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yes.
But I'll bring some cool stuff.
Yes.
Up to everyone in
Yeah.
the comments, when you can, of course, give suggestions about what you want to see, what you want him to bring along,
Yes.
and maybe you can influence his decision that way.
I think my favorite would be Beast. Of course,
Yeah,
Beast is
yeah.
great.
If anyone has suggestions on what to bring, they can please tell me.
Yes.
'Cause that would help.
Pester him.
Yes. So we can talk about your cosplay career? And,
Sure.
Yeah. So how did you start to cosplay? Did you first watch anime, or how did you get the inspiration to do cosplay?
Oh my god. So my favorite anime in the world is Inuyasha.
Aw.
And when I went to my first anime convention like maybe 6 years ago, and I had no idea what cosplay was. So I got there and I saw people dressed as like Naruto and like Inuyasha, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? Like, what's going on? So I didn't really understand what it was. So I went back again another year, and I was like, actually, it's pretty cool because people in cosplay, they were all like hanging out with their friends together in like their little groups, taking photos, and it seemed like a really positive community to be in. And at the time, I didn't have too many friends because I worked so much, so I didn't have a lot of time. And I told myself that I want to at least try cosplay once to say that I did it. And my first cosplay ever was Toga from Inuyasha because he's my favorite character, my favorite anime. And I made my best friend at the time, who is a computer engineer.
I see.
Just like
Cosplay
Ben.
with me because I'm scared to do it alone. And he cosplayed Shippo from Inuyasha with me.
Cute, yes.
So I think it was a lot of things. So if he didn't do it with me, I probably wouldn't have had the courage to do it. And if I didn't have such a positive experience at my first convention, I probably would have only did it once and then stopped. So I had so much fun basically that I wanted to continue doing it.
Amazing, amazing. We've got also a question from the crowd here. Did you already practice some German so far?
Oh my god. So
Yes.
I think I know I think good morning is like is it guten morgen?
Yeah, amazing. That's good.
something what I-
Pronunciation,
That's-
yes.
Okay, that's what I practiced. But I'll hopefully know more.
Okay.
Next.
You can do some German lessons in advance.
Yes.
To teach you something.
I need German.
I think the fans would go crazy about it.
Okay, I will definitely learn some German.
Okay.
For sure.
Ich möchte diesen Teppich nicht kaufen.
Yeah, we don't want to buy this carpet in here.
Ja. So, okay. Ich habe noch mehr Fragen.
Doki-chan's looking for some new questions.
New questions, yes. There was a question. When you come to Germany, what do you want to see or taste?
See or taste? You know what I really want to taste? I want to taste real schnitzel.
Yeah, no problem. Can we arrange?
Yes. And Louis
And
likes
I wanna s-
Schweinehaxe. That you
Yeah.
have to taste too.
See, so I don't know if it's true, but it probably is. Like German people like to drink beer.
Yes, we do.
Maybe, yes.
Yes.
I want to see how big the beer glasses are
Oh.
in Germany.
Yes.
I guess it depends on the city you are
Yeah.
drinking beer.
If you go to
Yeah.
Cologne, it's very small glasses. If you go to Munich, it's like
One
a can.
big.
Large.
I want to see
Like a-
signs.
It comes in a
signs.
bucket. The beer comes in a bucket.
But can you eat a lot?
I eat a lot, so that's why I'm even more excited. So you're very big.
Good.
Nice. We give you lots of munchy, tasty food. Shall be no problem.
And more questions. Do you bring some photo books? Of course, I think.
Yeah. Oh, so I have them. I just wait.
Yes.
So I just made these ones. I never made a photo book before.
Ah, it's Koga
So-
on the cover. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. It's like a makeup advertisement or something. Yeah, I'm hoping to bring some of these too. I don't have a lot, so I'll probably save some just to bring for DoKomi.
Okay,
Good.
Yeah.
I guess some fans would be happy.
Maybe. Of course. So, here's a question. How many cosplays did you make so far? Can you count them?
Oh my god. You know what's funny? I don't think I've actually done that many cosplays because I think the characters that I have done, I love so much that I wear them a lot.
Yes.
So if I do a new cosplay, it means I really like the character. So I maybe only have maybe throughout 3 years, I've only done maybe no more than 15 to 20.
15 to 20 is although quite a lot though. Yeah.
Years, like some people that I know make like 1 costume or 2 costumes every month.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm very slow at making things, but I like to take my time to do my costumes.
Yes. And you're making everything by yourself?
So sometimes, so a lot of people think, I guess like this is a good chance to talk about, I do a panel called Cosplay Positivity. And one of the things that I like to talk about is new people who want to get into cosplay are scared because cosplay means you have to make everything yourself. So a lot of the things that I've done, I've made, but I've even at Katsucon, I borrowed my friend's costume to wear. I've commissioned things, I've bought things. Like my Kiba cosplay, it's just me going to H&M and buying clothes and just wearing like a leather jacket and pants.
Amazing,
So
yes.
I don't really have one way to cosplay because I feel like as long as I can portray the character how I feel like I want to in my mind, it doesn't matter if I make it or buy it or anything. So honestly, I do everything. Make, buy, do everything.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that because there's so many ways to cosplay nowadays, so many skill sets you also might need. Some people are very good at steering, some are very good at working with special materials like warbler or wood or whatever. Some are very good at doing props. So it's okay to mix it all together. If you have, for example, one skill, why not buy or commission the other and get an overall great cosplay together, which is awesome. Yeah.
And it's still a hobby, so if you just want to get in a cosplay, just take the next one you can fetch and dress up.
Have fun.
The hardest part I think of cosplay is getting the courage to even put on a costume. So it doesn't matter what way you do it. If you can feel good about what you're wearing, and if you can make other people feel good, you can cosplay however you want.
Oh, and here goes a shout out from our maid cafe. They are also looking forward to welcome you.
They're so cute. Oh my god, I watch videos.
Yes, we have 40
They're so
mates.
cute.
Yes, 40 mates and 40 hosts. So
I'm so
please
excited.
visit both. They're looking forward to see you. Fangirls.
Maybe you can commit the message from the maid cafe the best, so you can do the...
Yes. Oh, okay, we have a special chant.
Chant,
Or how do you say it? Yes, it's a
Oh,
very... Yes. Oh, you please do it together with me, please. Okay. Be mates. Okay. A very, very...
Moi, cute.
I wish I could do it, but I only have one hand.
That's
okay.
alright. That's
We are
alright.
happy.
You practice it until DoKomi, and then you can do it on stage or somewhere.
Yes.
Of course.
While
You have to
holding
take
the
pictures
phone.
of us doing it.
So here's another question. What is your favorite cosplay so far?
My favorite, I'll show you.
Oh.
Ooh.
And it will always be my Koga from Inuyasha.
Koga, yes. The first one and your favorite.
The first and my favorite.
Yeah.
I did a calendar of a battle damaged Koga, so I took my original armor and I scratched it and I beat it up.
Yes.
Oh.
Wild.
It was so hard to do because I had so many memories wearing that costume. But I think it was nice that it was the same costume, but it was new. So it was like me wearing it for the first time again. So it gave me a lot of like emotions when I wore it doing that. So that will always be my favorite costume.
Can totally relate to that. So it's also Koga is also like your absolutely favorite character that you can connect most with.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
So I wonder how other Canadian people react to cosplay, anime, manga. So people who don't really are into this scene, but see people cosplaying or see anime on television.
Yes, or say cosplayer in train when they driving to conventions. Yes,
It's
cosplaying.
actually, it's not too bad here. So a lot of the photos that I take with my friends, we actually go out, like today there's no convention, but if we wanted to do a photo shoot at a restaurant, like I have no problem wearing a full costume and going to eat somewhere. So I feel like our city is very accepting of everyone. So we have a lot of like LGBT communities, a lot of different like ethnicities have their own little spots in our city. So our city is very accepting of everyone. And when you see someone, like I've seen people in cosplay too, walking down like streets, and it's just like another person. It's nothing really strange to people because we're used to seeing everything. So it's really nice to live here and cosplay here.
Oh,
This is amazing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a little bit different here
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, it really depends on the region. Like we are in the Rhineland area, so which is close to Düsseldorf. Düsseldorf inhabits the biggest Japanese community, so we've had for many years lots of cosplayers meeting each other every weekend over here. So maybe more people got accustomed to that, but it's still a rare occasion. And if you go, for example, in more rural areas or cities where it's people are a bit stricter, then it's sometimes a bit strange. So it's good to have your community together and to be able to meet your friends openly.
Big convention in like DoKomi is like really big, so I'm surprised not a lot of people know more about it.
It's still a niche, so to say, but it has become more popular and known. But really, it still depends on the area, how open the people are for it. Yeah.
Because we also have Feiertag.
Your special holidays.
Yeah, holiday.
Oh yeah.
It's called Carnival, where people all dress up too. So always when it's not Carnival and people dress up in cosplay, they say, "Oh, it's Carnival again."
Yeah.
Like it's
But the carnival costumes and cosplay costumes are very different.
So different, yeah.
While cosplayers usually put a lot of effort and many do a lot of stuff by themselves. Carnival costumes are mostly bought and rather on the cheap side, like and just being worn to get drunk, and so it's a very different aspect. It can be fun too, but it's different.
I can guess you can get a lot of enemies saying such things.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's true.
It's just very different. It's carnival can still be alright, but it's just different.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So and older people sometimes, some are very, what are the youth doing, and some are very, tolerant.
It's so cute if you see a grandpa coming up and you're talking to her how you have sewn things. That's really adorable.
Wait, say that one more time. Sorry.
So, for example, in the older generations, some are more skeptical about it, but some of them often get into conversations with girls and boys who have done their stuff by themselves, and then they exchange information about how they've sewn it and how they made it, everything. Yeah.
I think especially for Canada, I feel like since our conventions are very small, we don't have a lot of no, I shouldn't say that. We don't have access to all the materials that a lot of people have, and it's very expensive to buy things in Canada. So I think conventions are a good place to have like those types of panels where we can have like how to craft different things using the materials that we have in Canada. So I think we have our own little Facebook group as well. So people that live around my area in the community, we have like a little Facebook group where people ask questions and post pictures, and it's just like a little tiny community in itself. So we're trying our best to stay up to date with everything, but it's really hard. I feel like living in Canada to keep up with everyone because we don't have access to a lot of the things that other people have. I hope that What's the question? I'm sorry.
Yes, it's right. It's right. Yeah. Also, we have also another question from the chat.
Sure.
What's your weirdest experience cosplaying in public? Name weirdest name.
Oh my god, there's too many.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm trying to just think of what. Okay, so maybe one was the first time I ever did Kiba from Naruto. My friend and I, who was my photographer, we went to go do a photo shoot in the forest, and we were really, really hungry. So I lived maybe 5 minutes away, but we were so hungry that we decided to just go eat, and I was just gonna wear my costume. So we took the bus to wherever we were going, and the bus driver wouldn't open the front door when I was standing there, so I had to go to the back. And when I got off, it was fine, and we went into the restaurant. And the person who was gonna seat us was like, I guess she was like cleaning or getting menus. And I had my Kiba contact lenses in, so they're like white lenses. And she did menus. She looked up and she like jumped and she dropped all the menus.
Shock! That person.
So she didn't really want to like serve our table because I guess she thought I was kind of strange. But you could see from across the room, she was just like looking at us like what are these guys doing? I think that's the weirdest one. Other than that, it's been like, we did like a Naruto, like a very casual Naruto shoot, and we parked in a parking lot. And when we went back after the photo shoot, I think there was a soccer game that was happening, so the whole parking lot got really full, and everybody was in the parking lot, so like 300 people, and they were talking. And when my friends and I walked up into the parking lot, everybody literally just stopped talking and started staring at us. We had to through everybody to get to our car. So that was probably one of the most awkward moments in cosplay. It's like walking through that big crowd of drunk dudes. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Bad, like really awkward.
I guess so. We've all have done or made our awkward experiences at some point.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
It's always on your mind, yes.
Yeah. Never forget that.
Do you have a cosplay role model or a sensei or something like that?
Cosplay role model or sensei?
Yes.
To me, I feel like I have a lot of inspiration. I think I look up to a lot of male cosplayers. Not that I don't follow a lot of girls, but I think it's more rare for me to see a male cosplayer that I really appreciate the effort that all of them put in. But other than that, I feel like a lot of people that I look up to are the people that don't want to make cosplay into their career, but still put so much of an effort into doing it that I'm surprised that they don't get the recognition that they want or that they deserve. So a lot of the smaller cosplayers that I've met that do incredible work, I'm always inspired by, because like I don't think I'm that great, but when I see people that are so talented and just doing it because they love what they do, that really, really inspires me to keep trying to do better. So for names though, I feel like the first cosplayer that I ever found out about was Yaya Han, and that's kind of got brought into this big world of cosplay. But I think for male cosplayers, I used to follow Okagio so close when I first started cosplay. He's from the United States, yeah, I really like Misaka Nigri as well. She's really silly and funny. So I try and be my own person though as well. So I try and have a platform where I can be positive and connect more with people. So I'm trying to build myself up to them. So.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, the whole cosplay community is kind of like an international small village, so to say. Yeah. But more and more people coming into it. But in the end, somehow everyone knows each other at some point. In nowadays, what used to be maybe just within a local community where everyone knew each other, it's starting to get more and more international. That somehow you see the same faces at conventions globally, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like even at KatsuCon, I was talking to people, and I was like, it's so strange how like I know so much about you, but I've never met you or talked to you online before. It's so weird. So like you kind of know everybody before you meet them, because like you said, our communities, it's really big, but it's really small and it's niche. So it's really easy to meet people, especially through like social media and internet, that you kind of know everyone by the time you see them in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I think you are also a role model now for many people out there. So do you have some advices for people who start cosplaying?
Yeah, oh my god, it's strange to be called that, because I just cosplay because I really love to do it. And I think my biggest advice is that it's kind of something that I've learned along the way, and it's kind of like the thing that helps me center myself when I feel like I'm not doing good enough. It's that you don't have to be the greatest at sewing or prop making or I don't know, whatever it is. You don't have to be the best at anything in order to show people how much you love something and to be successful. So yeah, that's probably like the best thing that I have to say about that. It's if you feel good about what you're doing and you have the ability to make other people feel good about themselves, then you're doing everything right, no matter if you're cosplaying or if you're whatever, doing any kind of hobby. The other thing I like to say is that if you're thinking about getting into cosplay and you're scared, the best thing that I can tell you is that you have such a big ability to touch people's lives doing cosplay just by wearing a costume. So if there's 10,000 people at a convention and you wear a costume and those 10,000 people see you for 1 minute, that's 10,000 minutes of happiness that you can give to everybody. And you can't find that anywhere else. It's such a special community and such a special feeling that the more you get involved, I think the happier you become, and you have the power to make more people feel good about themselves too. So yeah.
So did you have any encounters where you, for example, did a cosplay of one of your favorite characters and just ran into someone who's like shares the same passion for this character and was like, oh my god, it's one of my favorite characters, I love it so much. This is also something I always loved about cosplay, if you meet someone who's as passionate about a character as you are. So
yeah, when I see somebody cosplay Koga, I freak out because I'm like, oh my god, no one does it, it's so rare. But I remember one of the best moments that I had was last year at one of the local conventions. It kind of reminded me why I love cosplay so much. So I was dressed as Beast, not the tired version, but like the full elaborate costume. And I was walking around and people kept saying, oh, have you seen the Belle? Because no one really cosplayed Beauty and the Beast at the same time. I was like, no, I haven't seen them. And I walked around, and maybe an hour or two later, there was a mother that came up to me, and she was kind of like going like this, but I didn't know what she was doing. And behind her leg was this really, really small little girl with a Belle costume. And she was really, really, really shy, and I had my rose, so I gave her my rose, and she was like, so she ran up and we took a picture, and I think like it was such an emotional experience because it's kind of like I was able to relive the first moment when I started cosplay, and I had that feeling where like you feel so good about what you're doing, and to see other people feel that way is just like, it's magic. And
Magic. Maybe his phone ran out.
Oh.
I don't hope
so.
He's gone. He's freezed.
Phil, come back.
Come back.
But it's not the worst point where to stop.
Yeah, it's like
from
magic.
the
It's
image.
so cute experience.
Yes. Well, let's try to reconnect.
Okay, everyone
again.
is freaking out. Oh no!
Let's try to reconnect. Maybe his phone ran out.
Please not.
This is
Hello
such an
again.
experience.
Hello again.
Welcome back.
What happened?
Sorry. Was that me? I don't know what happened.
We don't know too.
Okay, so we both don't know. I don't know how far I got into talking, but
Wait, we have to...
You talked about a very, very heartbreaking story.
Yes. About the magical moments. Oh, it's so cute.
yeah, it was really nice, and I think everybody, if they cosplay, they're gonna have one of those moments, like where they realize like how they can affect someone's life,
Yeah.
and it's one really good reason why I think everyone should try cosplay.
Muss die Maus wieder nach links bewegen. Aus dem Bildschirm raus.
Andy, what are you doing?
So.
You took
I'm
over.
trying. I'm doing my best. Yeah, now it's better.
Okay.
So yeah, and talking about that, did you always cosplay alone or also do some partner cosplays or group cosplays?
Some which cosplay?
Partner or group cosplays with more people.
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So here are people asking if you also do group or partner cosplays.
A crew cosplay?
Group.
Group with different
Many
people.
Oh, crew cosplay. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. My phone's like really bad speaker. I think so. I've done a lot. My friends, all the friends that I have now, I've met through cosplay, and I think my friends are some of also my cosplay idols because I can see up close how hard they work on things. So whenever we do a group, like we did a really big group from Haikyuu. We did like a Mystic Messenger group. I really like groups because it kind of connects me more, not just with whatever I'm cosplaying, but with my friends as well. It's something you can share with other people. But honestly, I don't do as many as I'd like to. I think because we all like different animes and different characters, it's hard to really plan something where we can all be doing it together. But that's what's really nice about anime conventions. Like you can have the meetups and then you meet everybody cosplaying from that show that you're doing. I would like to do more though.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is the most difficult thing you ever did for a cosplay?
It was Vincent Valentine.
Oh.
I did that as my second cosplay I ever did was Vincent. And at the time it was right after I cosplayed Koga, and I was just so into cosplay that I just wanted to kill myself trying to make something for some reason. So I had to learn how to that one costume taught me how to sew. It taught me how to use Warbler and do armor. It taught me how to do the wig styling. So that one costume was such like an overwhelming thing to try and do, but it taught me so much. So that was the most difficult.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Amazing. This is Valentine's also quite more or less high skill level cosplay. So for the second time to already do that, amazing.
Thank you. I want to remake it, but no time.
So what are your next cosplay plans?
Next cosplay plans. So I'm gonna do Nick Wilde from Zootopia because I wanted to do it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Zootopia is one of my favorite movies ever.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I
Zoomania.
really cosplay it. And the secret is that I'm gonna be doing a different version. So he becomes a police officer in the show, in the movie, but I'm gonna do it as if he got a promotion. So I have if you guys can see here, I have a SWAT outfit, it's from a SWAT team. So he's gonna be a cool version. I'm gonna do Ku from Fate, so the blue-haired dancer. What else am I doing? I don't know what else I'm doing. Oh, and from Final Fantasy VIII, I'm gonna do him next.
Squall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, this is still my favorite Final Fantasy, and I'm quite alone in my circle of friends.
This was my first
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Mine too.
Ah.
because we are so young.
Mine was 7.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try my best to make those few next.
Nice.
And the Mizu cosplay.
Mizu.
Yes.
Cosplay your mascot.
Which? Cosplay who?
Your mascot, Mizu.
Oh, actually, I want to. So
Perfect.
yeah, someone drew Mizu as a real person. So I'm gonna cosplay the art that they gave me of Mizu.
Yes.
Oh,
It's gonna be really
Yes.
cute.
Amazing.
I'm gonna try my best.
So which countries do you want to visit in future? Except of
In the
Germany, of course.
Which is, of course, number one.
Yes.
Germany
Um,
first.
Oh my god. I think one that I've really wanted to go to is Philippines, but next month I get to go there, but I've always wanted to go there since I started cosplay. I really want to go to more Asian conventions, so maybe like Vietnam and Thailand, Singapore, places around Asia I think would be really cool. Asia and Europe I think are the places where I want to go to the most.
Have you ever been to Japan?
I've been just on a vacation, but I think for cosplay, I got to meet Reika. I think Reika was a guest maybe a few years ago, right?
Me too, yes.
I met her in a convention in the Middle East, and I asked her about Japanese conventions and if they're fun, and she's like, no, they're not that fun because you have very specific areas where you can be in costume, and they're very small, so I feel like it wouldn't be as fun cosplaying there. But I think doing it once would be cool just to say that you did it. But
Yeah, it's for cosplayers on a Japanese convention. It's a bit like a zoo because it's just a small area. But in general, those conventions still can be a lot of fun, especially Comic-Con if it's a day which is not too full, then it's amazing. Or shows like Anime Japan or Tokyo Game Show must be quite awesome events.
Yeah, Tokyo Show sounds really cool.
Benny is going to Anime Japan this year,
yes.
so I'm so envious.
Yeah, first time.
You're gonna have so much fun then.
Okay, I never went there, so I don't really know what is expecting me. If
That's
it's,
good.
That's nice to hear.
And that's good.
Very good.
So, what are your hobbies except of cosplaying? What are you doing
Sorry,
in free? What are your other hobbies except of cosplaying?
Oh,
Yes.
I don't really have any other hobbies.
Only cosplay. Cosplay only.
Yeah. I used to play a lot of sports back in like when I was in university. But honestly, once I started cosplay, that's where all of my time goes to now. Like maybe I guess trying to go to the gym once in a while, that's a hobby, but it's basically only cosplay.
Amazing.
I'm very bored.
So completely focused on the one important thing.
Yeah, but I guess cosplay is a really huge hobby, so I wonder how many hours or days you spend for one cosplay.
Yeah, it's very time consuming. Even if I'm learning how to do the makeup for the character, it takes a lot of time because I'm not very good at doing it yet, so I have to practice a lot.
Amazing.
But it's always great if you set yourself a goal and then you can reach it and you finally can say, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you play any video games?
So I used to be addicted to a lot of online games like World of Warcraft. I play
Oh,
a lot of
really?
like Lineage 2. I don't know if you guys play that. I really want to play Monster Hunter, but I don't have a PlayStation 4. But I play my Nintendo Switch now a lot. I got one, so I really like the games for it. But not really. I don't really play a lot of like games on my computer that much because I feel like if I start playing like a lot of video games with my friends, I'll just get addicted and I'll forget about cosplay stuff.
Yeah, they can be highly addictive.
That's true. Yes.
So I try my best to keep busy with cosplay.
That's a good thing.
So here's a question: what's your favorite music genre? Yes.
So in high school, I got introduced to K-pop, and ever since that day, that's all I listen to. Like I love BTS and
Yes.
like I like Twice, but I like a lot of the old school ones that probably no one's ever heard of. But I only listen to basically Korean music now, Korean and Japanese music.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite Japanese artists?
My favorite is Shimizu Shota or Miura Daichi.
Yeah.
They're not like super mainstream, so I don't know if people know them.
I know them.
Oh, you know them? Okay,
Yes,
that's
I
why
know
we're
them. Yes.
They're my favorite, and I like obviously Utara Hikaru.
Yeah.
Her new song is so good.
Yes.
Nami Amuro. Like I think anyone who's sang an opening or ending song to Inuyasha are my favorite artists.
Yeah.
Duet Infinity.
I remember in Germany there were 2 different endings for the same series, Inuyasha's episode series.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah. And I think we even had generally different openings and endings for Inuyasha than the Japanese anime did. Wasn't?
I think because it was once on it was 2 times on a different television.
Yeah. They actually used to change the openings sometimes from anime. So they had, for example, I think a Daft Punk song or something like this for Vision of Escaflowne instead of the original song, which is in retrospective really weird.
Kind of cool though, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's so different.
Yeah. So which languages can you speak? English
Yeah, English. I do speak Japanese and French really fluent because my mom's side of the family is Japanese and my dad's is French.
I see.
And,
You are half Japanese.
And then I studied it in school as well, but I think because I haven't practiced any of those languages for a very long time, I forgot everything almost. So it's just English now.
Konnichiwa.
今日本語をしましょうね。
Oh my god. I don't want to embarrass myself trying to.
No, you don't have to. Just kidding. Otherwise, probably not a huge percentage of the chat would be able to follow, and
Okay,
we
that's
don't want to confuse everyone.
That's why we want.
Also, ich habe keine Fragen mehr. Wir können noch was überlegen.
Yeah. So, if when you come to DoKomi this year, is there anything you are looking forward to especially?
I want to see Andreas again.
Gosh. You shall.
I see Adi again.
Yeah. We met last year at Anime Expo and it was really a lot of fun. So.
Yeah. It was fun. Andreas and Sebastian.
Yeah, you come too.
You have to come. I think besides that, I just really, my favorite thing about any convention is connecting with the community. And after you guys posted the announcement, I got a lot of messages from people in Germany saying they were really happy. So that made me really happy that people were excited, like more excited than I was too. Like I'm so excited, but there's people that are also excited. So I just really want to have time to connect more with the community there. Yeah. And I remember there was like a YouTube video I watched where it was Louis doing like a Q&A thing on stage. And I really want to do that. I'm really excited.
Yes.
Yeah, there's actually a cosplay panel being planned, so that's good.
Yeah, that seems really fun.
And also this is actually the basic reason why we invite cosplayers from all over the world, mostly Asian countries and sometimes from other places if you have a special partnership, like this year was Canada, last year it was Spain. Usually we invite cosplayers from the Asian region. Why? Because we want to connect the international cosplay communities more and more together. And maybe if, for example, if we wouldn't invite you, there's maybe a small chance you would ever have made it to a German convention, possibly, because I mean,
That's exactly what I was
yeah.
gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
and
that opportunity probably wouldn't have happened if you didn't give me that chance. So that's why I'm really grateful and happy, and that's why I'm really excited because it's like it never would have happened if it wasn't for you.
yeah, no problem, and
Yeah,
because-
we're looking
yeah.
forward to it.
No,
Yes.
no problem.
you hope you can this way implement a leaving impact in both communities, so to say, bring it together and spread the positivity, which is
Yeah.
cosplay, which is our communities, and yeah, so we are happy to do that.
So, yeah.
My God.
I remember somebody asked what's a typical Canadian food.
Oh yeah, please tell us.
Canadian food?
Canadian food.
Syrup.
Yeah, people put maple syrup and like other stuff. I think one thing that I don't know if the rest of the world has. We have two really special types of chips, like potato chips. One's
Okay.
ketchup and one is called all dressed.
Okay.
And every time we go to a convention, our friends like from anywhere tell us to bring like 10 bags with us because they're so good.
You have to bring some. Now we want to try. You know that.
So I'll bring some and we can do a video showing how you guys like them.
A live tasting.
Yes, and we bring some
They're really
German
good.
sweets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope
Okay.
it's not like
We can
Japanese crab. So
candies and stuff.
when you eat a Japanese crab for the first time, you never want to eat German crab again.
Yeah,
So I hope it's not the same with chips.
You
No,
like
no,
the Harajuku style is so tasty.
So we have to do an import line from Canada with
Oh, I
chips.
bring you
Yeah.
some.
Oh, have you? There's also one really favorite sweet I just figured out again. It's called Tim Tams. I think it's somewhere from Australian, New Zealand region. Tim Tams. It's like some kind of cookie and chocolate stuff, and it's so good. It's like I would kill for a lifetime saving of
Don't
this.
kill anyone.
No, it's just very, very tasty. Yeah. But then
Okay.
again, it's good that it's far away. Otherwise, it would probably look like Jabba the Hutt in a couple of months.
I want to try it now. I like sweet things.
So, does anybody have more questions for Phil? Now you have the chance. Please write us some more questions.
Yeah.
Do you have some questions?
Do I have some questions?
Yes.
But the German community.
Oh my god. Let's see. Oh my god. That's so much pressure.
And just as a pre-information, we don't all wear lederhosen actually. It's a miss. And I hope it get busted.
Let's see. What are the more popular animes that people cosplay from in Germany?
Right now,
I think Love Life.
yeah, Love Life
Love
definitely.
Life, School Idol.
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
The girls. Boys.
I think Boku no Hero Academia has also gotten quite popular by now.
Yes. Mm. When was my last convention?
Yeah, we just had our winter vacation where
Yeah,
it was,
few
not-
conventions over the
Yeah,
last
so
month.
uh,
But what I really want to see now, there's this new anime this season, which is called like How to Keep a Mummy. I want to see cosplays from it. It's so adorable. It's like just an anime about
Little
some.
children and babies.
No, this is the other one. This is
Okay.
Gakuen,
Okay.
baby Gakuen.
Yeah, okay,
also.
good.
This is also
Yes.
amazing. I also want to see more about that. But the one I was talking about is like some dudes getting a mummy, but a small one, which is really cute and squishy. Sent from his dad and needs to take care of it, and
Okay.
I want to see cosplays from that.
Oh, amazing.
so the crowd is saying that ReZero is also very famous in cosplay.
Lots of people like Ram,
Hey.
and he too.
Do people so in Germany in school is English part of like a course that you have to learn when you go through school?
We can learn, but we don't have learn.
English?
English, yes.
So do a lot of people in Germany not speak a lot of English then?
No, most people speak English.
Actually, I thought we have to learn
I
English.
mean,
No,
usually
not.
we can choose a couple of languages that we can learn, like mostly English, French, maybe Spanish.
Yes.
I never had the chance. I always had to learn English and could additionally learn French.
Okay.
But
No,
and of course Latin.
Yes,
Latin, very important language.
Yes.
No,
I studied Latin.
yeah, me too. So,
Okay.
most people can speak English. Also quite well, I would say, even the younger ones,
Yeah.
and especially in our anime community, most of the people are just accustomed to watch Japanese language and English subtitles. So especially in our anime Japan community and cosplay community, most of the people can speak English quite well, or at least at basic level. So you would have any problems to speak to everyone.
and to order a Schweinshaxe or Schnitzel.
Yeah. Just go to the next bar and say,
Yeah.
Schweinshaxe,
So
please.
you won't have a problem to go around here in Germany. Nearly everybody can speak English.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. So are you tired? Do you want to sleep? Or does your hand sleeping already? Your arm?
Yeah, basket heavy.
I have so much to unpack from the because I got back last night at
Yes.
I got home around 3 a.m. So I have a lot of stuff to like unpack and
Okay.
I have to do laundry.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your flight also got delayed, right? You all
Oh my
even.
God.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
poor guy.
I have the worst luck with flights because when I was in Mexico late last year, my flight got canceled and I had to stay there for I think it was 36 hours.
Oh no. Yeah.
And then I got delayed here, and it was for I think 26 hours delayed. It was canceled, and then the next earliest one was the next day. So I haven't had very good luck with flights recently.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you have better luck with our
Yeah.
flights.
I know, my God. I hope it's okay.
It
Yeah.
will be okay.
Yeah.
We are positive.
It'll-
Yes.
I stay in Germany for forever. So that's okay too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just sleep in our office and just make a new life. I mean, what could happen?
Stay here. Eat schnitzel.
It just every day.
I'm happy there.
Yeah. So we are looking forward to see you at DoKomi this year
Yes.
in May. And yeah, so far to
Thank
everyone.
you so much for the
Yeah.
interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And yeah, we're looking forward to welcome you. And yeah, if you have any questions, things to the chat right now, if you want him to bring any special cosplays or anything, just send a few messages, spread the word, and yeah, we are hopefully seeing us again soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really soon. I can't believe how soon it is.
Yes, it's very
Dude.
stressful to us.
Do tell! Do tell!
3 months.
We can organize it.
You'll be fine.
can do it.
Right?
Then, yeah, have a good rest.
Yes. Sleep well.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another nap.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Good idea.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Phil.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Mizu.
Bye.
Sorry, Mrs.
Yeah, and bye bye everyone in the
Bye
chat.
bye. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next time.
Bye.